I did. I finally did my search correctly, and the 10-year anniversary standard gift is wooden stuff. So good to know. I did.
Welcome once again to Chill Filter, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to, and we're darn sincere about it. We're trying to be genuine people, and if you don't like that, maybe this isn't the channel for you. And I'm not like saying anyone's not for that, for the record.
Get
But
out
I
of
thought
here.
I'd switch up the intro today and just say, hey, if you're looking for two real dudes who talk about real life and whiskey, and love to get into whiskey, you found the channel for you. And that is the guest intro, or like the one-off intro I'm going to do this week. But before we get into anything else, let's do some quick business. Hey, we are on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, maybe check us out on YouTube and subscribe, and put some likes on those vids, and put a like on this vid. And we would love that. That would be helpful for us. And not only likes, but subscribe and smash that like button. And that's all I got for this week. Don't smash it. Don't hurt anyone. Just help us.
That's one of my, I don't know why this sticks with me so much, but there was one time where you had a nice little spiel where you were like, but you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. And it was just like, I don't know. I thought it was way funnier than it probably really is.
No, it was darn funny. No, but yeah, you can press that like and subscribe as much as you want or as little as you want. But
just
it would
make
help
sure
us
to press it an odd number of times, because probably if you press it, and even
don't
in
double
my
negative it or double
yeah.
But yeah, that's the business for this week. A very interesting start to the podcast. But tell me about your anniversary.
Hey, yeah, thanks.
So wait, what day is it again? What day is your anniversary?
October 9.
October 9? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Is yours are on there too?
Yeah, I'm the 29th of September. So
nice. That's right. Yeah, 10 years for us. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, as of October 9, we were
10's big.
I know, yeah. Oh, I never looked. What's the 10-year thing? 10.
It's probably like aluminum or something.
Okay, my Google is not specific enough, so you'll have to search. But anyway, we so 10 years ago we got married on Kauai. So we had our wedding in Hawaii, on Kauai. And Hawaii, I think I'd explained, has always been big with the family, because Sam grew up on Kwajalein, tiny little Pacific island, because Jim worked for Raytheon there and everything. And so they used to go to Hawaii all the time. And so when I started dating Sam, we went to Hawaii several times and then got married on Hawaii. So yeah, definitely love Hawaii. But Sam and I went to cute little boutique hotel in downtown Scottsdale called The Scott. And it's a really pretty place. Highly recommend, not even necessarily staying there. If you just go and get dinner there at the restaurant or go to the bar, it's a really, really pretty, really cool place. The interior is all kind of beachy, coastal with tropical bird of paradise plants everywhere, and everything is very tropical inside. And the restaurant was good in there. The food was good. The drinks were good. The pool's really cool. So yeah, highly recommend. It was good.
Did you use the pool?
No, we were going to, because we saw that it was heated. And once we got there, Sam was like, oh yeah, we forgot our swimsuits. And then we were like, oh, dang it. And we were like, should we drive back home and get them? And then we were like, nah, it's fine. And then later we were kind of walking around the grounds a little bit, and I dipped my hand into the pool, and I was like, yeah, this is heated, but it's barely heated. I don't think Sam would have wanted to get in there at all.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still what is it? October? I mean, it's still 85 degrees at least in Phoenix. So
yeah, it's been a little cooler lately.
Or that warm.
I guess there was a Pacific storm or something that's been blowing through.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it's been a little cooler. There are zero clouds in the sky today, and the high is 76 today. But it's been really cloudy for the last couple of days, so everything's cooled down a lot, and it rained a ton. I have a I have a rain story for you, but I feel like I'm
Please
dominating this
bring it
whole thing
on.
now.
No, you're good. I want to hear
So
it.
I think Saturday morning, we were hanging out. Emma hadn't quite woken up yet. She was sleeping in. It was like 7:30 ish, and it was raining, and it was like pouring buckets
Yeah.
raining.
Mhm.
And finally I had the realization of like, oh yeah, how's the pool doing? And I look out at the line to see how full the pool is. And the pool level is all the way up the waterline tile, all the
Wow.
way to the little like
Lip.
1-inch coping top of the
Oh,
pool.
wow.
Like you can't even see the waterline tile anymore. It's just like right at the
Wow.
little 1-inch coping lip. And I was like, oh crap. And I had no idea how long the rain was going to keep going. So I was like, I gotta do something about this. So I threw a swimsuit on and like a rash guard top. And I was like, I'm just gonna go out there. And it was easily the biggest downpour I've ever gone out in
Wow.
my entire life. Like I've never been in the rain to that extent
Mhm.
before in my entire life. And like I was just instantly soaked when I got out there, instantly.
Wow.
And I went over to the pump, and fortunately we're like an end lot, so
Mhm.
I'm not supposed to do this. Oh, I'm totally admitting my HOA could get me for this, but
They
I'm not supposed to do this. But in an emergency situation like this, heck yeah, flop a hose over the wall and set
Mhm.
my pump up so it will just pump water out of like a hose
Yeah.
spigot on there. So I just started pumping water, and I mean it was pouring rain when this was happening too, so
No
a
one noticed.
little bit more water. But anyway, that worked as effectively as I ever hoped it could. I never had to do that before, but the water level of the pool was noticeably going down during the
Oh,
downpour because
good.
of that. So that helped a lot. Yeah.
Um, Having grown up on the East Coast, I've been through a few hurricanes before,
Mm,
and they like. I remember the first time I was in a hurricane, and even before that, but it was like Hurricane Charlie or something like that. This was like probably like 2002 or something like that. I was in North Carolina for a vacation.
mhm.
Look this up, Hurricane Charlie. Um,
Vacation to a
2004.
hurricane. Great
Yep.
timing.
Actually, the funny story is my one of my besties from when I lived in Colorado. He got married in like October or something like that, 2015, 2016, I want to say. And that was when Hurricane Patricia came. Shout out to
I know that
Patricia,
name.
our favorite
Yeah.
Patricia.
Mhm.
And but anyway, it was apparently the highest wind speeds recorded from a hurricane of all time or something like that. But it
Dang.
never really got to land. It never made
Oh,
landfall.
yeah.
But it was enough to like cause some damage to. It was on the West Coast. It was near Mexico. He was in
Mhm,
like Puerto Vallarta or whatever.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, he was like he had to like put his mattress at his hotel on his honeymoon against against the like the windows to prevent any glass coming in if it broke. So
Wow.
he was like, "Yeah, we made it through that on our honeymoon." But
That's
anyway,
nuts.
the Hurricane Charlie was pretty bad. Let's see what was the wind speed of this John piece.
While you're looking that up.
Wind speed at 150 highest winds. But I don't imagine that's what I was dealing with when it made landfall in North Carolina,
Yeah.
or at least crossed North Carolina. But I remember just the rain hurt. Like it was
Oh,
almost like halfway to
Heather.
paintball hurt.
It was
Like it
like
was like
pelting
coming
you.
at you. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
straight up pelting me.
Yeah.
And that was pretty crazy. And I've dealt with other hurricanes as well on the East Coast. Like when I was what was it, like 1999, I want to say Hurricane Floyd was the size of Texas, one of the
Shout out to
largest
Floyd.
hurricanes. Yeah, shout out to our boy Floyd. Do we know any Charlies? We got to know a Charlie now.
An
But
uncle
anyway,
named Charlie, but no, that's it.
yeah, that's shout out to Uncle
Shout.
Charlie. Um, but yeah,
I
rain
did.
is crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I did. I finally did my search correctly, and the 10-year anniversary standard gift is wooden stuff. So
You
good to know. I did.
give her some wood.
Keep going. I had a joke earlier when you were talking about the people on their honeymoon. I was like, that's not what you want to be doing with your mattress on your honeymoon. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you should have. That would have been acceptable. Probably better than my joke. Yeah. Yeah.
Cole, what are you entry buzzing on?
I got a Bardstown Discovery 11. I was just making sure that I poured, because I poured my reentry buzz twice, like topped it off, and I was like, wait, did I pour the right one? But I believe I did. I poured batch 11 of Disco Bardstown Bourbon Company. As we haven't mentioned today, we're drinking Bardstown Disco Discovery 13. Yeah, look at that, nice and shiny.
I feel like I got on this a little bit. So Discovery 11 and 12 did not hit Arizona ever. Maybe like a smidge of 11, but I never even saw 12. So I was like, I bet 13 is going to be pretty hard to find, blah, blah, blah. And I almost bought one online. And I think because MSRP on this is like 140, I think. Yeah. So I almost bought one online from a reputable site, but after shipping and everything, it would have been like 200. And I was like, nah, no way. I'm sure it's good, but I can't imagine it's that good. And then a week later, I was at a small shop in Phoenix. It's actually mostly a restaurant. It's called Pitch. Very good pizza if you haven't been
there.
And sure enough, they had the Bardstown 13 and the Discovery 13, and they had the Ferrand one too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to see these at all. I was like, should I get both? And then I was like, stick to my principles. I'm not a huge finished bourbon guy, so I didn't get the Ferrand, but I did get the Bardstown Discovery, and their price on it was like 165. So after 160. So after tax, it was like 175 or something. And I felt like I was pretty happy with that in the moment. Cut to last week, Bardstown Discovery 13 was at Total Wine for 135 at Total Wine.
Less than even on their website.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel like I got a little bit on there. I could have saved myself $40, but and I did not buy another one from Total Wine because I'm like, I've got all these Kilholmans lately and everything. I've been buying a lot of stuff lately. Oh well, speaking of that, been buying a lot of stuff lately. Upcoming episodes for us here, and to tease the listeners, I did manage to get the Booker's Reserves 2025 tequila finish
with the tequila.
The tequila finish. And I'm very excited about this. You'll see it's not even open yet. Somehow I'm restraining myself. The Penelope Founders.
Okay, so
that comes in this green box like this, 13-year Heaven Hill.
Oh, nice. Here, so turn it towards the camera, but turn it away from the camera. Turn it away now.
Are you looking at the P?
No, turn it away. Turn it away. Turn it towards you. The P. Yeah, that's what I meant. So that looks almost like a George T. Stagg bottle, and I got really upset. If you hold the black top label, the black top foil and stuff, I was like, dang it, man, you already got one.
Oh my gosh, no. No, but supposedly California coming soon, and usually when it hits California, Phoenix is 2-3 weeks after. So I have exciting. I have my feelers in place already, and I'm fingers crossed for Eagle Rare 17 this year, but we'll see what happens.
That'd be amazing. We got to reach out back. So of course, Buffalo Trace reached out to us saying, "Hey, we're announcing it now," and we try to reach back out, and they haven't responded yet. So we'll just reach back out again.
Well, I'm not.
It's a rare.
I'm not worried at all because we reached out last year and they didn't get back to us for a month.
Yeah,
but
it was 3 or 4 weeks.
After a month, they were like, sounds good. What do you want?
Yeah. I think they offered all of them, or one of all 5. I don't know if there were any blackouts at that point, but the year before they were like, all right, we can only give you George T. Stagg or Thomas H. Handy or something like that. And, or no, they said George T. Stagg, Thomas H and Saz 18, and we went with Saz 18 that year.
Yeah, that's right. Great choice. Great choice.
And that was good. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
What was I thinking? Yeah, I have no chance of getting any of these anymore. Of the antique collections. I used to have a chance. I used to be a contender.
Yeah. The Virginia lottery just is terrible lately.
Well, it's not so much that. It's that. Well, it is terrible because there are so many people signed up now. There's like 50,000 plus people signed up. And it's like, how in the world are there that many people? And I get it. I also put in like 5 entries. But those 5 entries never seem to win anymore because there's so many people. I remember when it was like 10,000 people and I could win something. But it makes
when was the last time you even won, or anyone
had to be 1.5 to 2 years ago. I won a Blanton's straight from the barrel, I think. Yeah.
Too long ago.
Too long. So I wish they did it like Found North did it, and then you have a better chance if you keep losing.
Yep, I know, right? And like, yeah, you could make the argument of, well, everyone else who didn't win, their chances go up too. But it's like, eventually, like the next one, like some of those people will fall off because they'll win, and then people get carried forward, and then some of those people will fall off. So like, it ends up trickling all the way around because eventually the worst losers will finally win.
Yeah, it's kind of like Buffalo Trace, like Sazerac's Barrel Select, even though I probably will never ever win that in my life. Right. I keep getting more points and everyone else is getting more points, but I know. Over time maybe it'll pay off. For the record,
and that's
Mm-hmm.
That's like onesie twosie. Like you only get like 3 points between whatever. It's not the Found North one is like your chances double. So like after you lose 1 or 2, you are double ahead of like people that are just coming on board and everything, rather than just being like a few more singular entries.
That might be why I didn't get a Goldfinch, because I won both. My wife and myself both won last time.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, they had a little press event last night.
Yeah.
That both Cole and I attended virtually. That was fun. Good to finally actually see Sammy in real life. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see him last time. That's right. Yeah, you had something busy that night.
Oh, dang it. Even at the end of this one, I was like, good to see Sammy on this one. Because I was thinking it was his first one, but I missed the last one. Yeah.
And they're like, who's this guy? Yeah. Who's this Bryan Rapp character?
Wait a minute. You mean Bryan hasn't been to every single one of these? Get this guy.
I think I technically have. There was 1 or 2 you couldn't make. Yeah. It's always good to see those guys. Always good to hear, because they're like open books, all of them. They're like not afraid to tell you exactly how they pick barrels. And that is like usually for companies, that's under wraps. Like they don't want to tell people what they're how they pick good barrels and stuff, or how they any of that stuff. So,
or even like decisions on how they priced a certain product. Like they're happy to talk about all that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you see behind me right here? I have right here. I have some single oak projects right there. I got 2 more on the way, baby.
I was gonna say, it looks like there's only 3.
Yeah, not 5, but maybe next week.
I would also point out that it kind of looks like they're in the sun, but I know
they are. They're glowing.
You will, you know that's bad, but it's only bad over a long period of time. Like you will drink those well before the sun does anything to them. But
that's the hope.
Good. Just had to be clear.
No, and normally, for the record, I work in this same room, so I have a black shroud that covers the whole wall most days, so that'll block the sun too.
Perfect. Oh yeah, actually, the you remember what my dining room's like, because I'm sitting in my dining room right now. the sun comes in this window right here on my left.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in the months of like 4 months out of the year, the sun is at an angle such that as it swoops across the sky, the sunlight comes in and actually puts everything in my furthest cabinet to this side. Everything over there gets a little sun, but it's like 4 months out of the year. It's during the winter when the sun is less intense, and I have like UV, like 95% UV blocking coating on my windows. So like I'm not like actually worried about it, but just the fact that it's even happening like makes me be like,
yeah. What's that Elijah Craig behind you to your left?
Whoa, you noticed.
I wouldn't think you would put a barrel proof up there, so it's got to be something cool, unless it is barrel proof.
I'll put that one up there. It is easily by far my favorite Elijah Craig barrel proof.
C921?
No, sir. It is a pick, 22. Actually.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the very first pick from Trevor's Liquor back in probably 2021, maybe. And it's the Trevor's Pick 10-year that ends in barrel number 98. And that was what just a month or two ago, I did, what was it? Heaven Hill 19 or 18? I don't know. Whichever one is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Mash, Bill.
Yeah.
I did that Heaven Hill Heritage Collection bottle versus this Trevor's Pick. And the Trevor's Pick friggin' stomped it. Like, it was one of those where I had them and I didn't know which was which. I had them next to each other, and one was substantially darker than the other. And I was like, oh, dang it. No, well, I can obviously see which one the Heaven Hill 18 is. Yeah. And then I like sipped them. And as soon as I sipped the darker one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better than the other one. Now I'm going to have to buy a Heaven Hill 18. And then finally I revealed, and I was like, it was the Trevor's.
Nice. Hey, yeah, so it's fun when you get those kind of picks.
Yeah, big time. That's on my list of things that Ben Klepsig needs to try, because he introduced me to a really, really good pick that I brought home from Madison also. So
nice. What a baller, that Ben Klepsig.
Oh, and PPS, talking about Found North. Here's a PSA about Found North bottles. When you finish a Found North bottle, get yourself some Goo Gone and take the label off this thing.
That's a good idea.
Look how
you get a cool topography thing.
The topographic map, just goes around the entire bottle pretty much. That's cool. And it's just like, it's a beautiful, very clean looking bottle that, you can put whatever in. While I was playing around with that for like a trial, I took off the label on a Sagamore bottle. So I've got this, because the Sagamore bottles are like really cool shape.
Yeah.
So
they're hexagonal.
Are they? Is it a trapezoid?
Not regular hexagonal.
Oh yeah, it's like a flattened. You remember I had the Sagamore blend in my barrel here. So now, since I stripped this label off, this is my Erkigsneck barrel Sagamore here in this bottle.
So you unbarreled it by now.
That was what I brought to Madison with me. Was that that Sagamore that was in the barrel?
Nice.
Yeah. So I did unbarrel that, and actually, I don't think I've said this on the show yet. What is in the barrel now, you may ask? What is in the barrel now is 2 bottles of Eagle Rare, and then a half bottle of Blanton's, and then just like a smidge of Stag to top it off. Probably like a quarter bottle of Stag to top it off.
It's going to be hot.
Well, I hope so. So the barrel entry proof, that blend went in at 95.4 proof.
Okay.
I'm hoping to leave it in there about 3-4 months. And in 3-4 months, I'm guessing it'll get to about 115-ish. So I'm pretty excited to see how that plays out.
That's exciting. I like that. I was looking up barrels today because I got my own projects. But
we thought for a hot minute that Driftless Glen was going to send us our barrel.
Dude, that would have been crazy.
I know. I was like,
they asked a question that was worded interestingly.
They were like, "Where do you want this barrel sent to?"
And
we
I
were
was
like,
oh,
"Barrel?"
baby.
That would have been too easy,
I
man.
could use an old rye barrel, especially a
Heck
Driftless
yeah.
Glen rye barrel.
Yeah, I know. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. We're going long, but let's take it to the next segment. But before we do that, let's send it to a quick break. This week's Patreon spotlight shines on none other than the whiskey shaman himself, Randall Jank. Texas whiskey runs through this man's veins in a totally healthy, hydrated way, of course. He's not just a whiskey enthusiast, he's a whiskey creator like us, a fellow traveler on this spirited journey, and a friend of the show that you've probably seen a time or two or three, blessing our pours with his sage wisdom. Randall is a proud girl dad, an American single malt lover, and one of those rare souls who doesn't just drink whiskey, he listens to it. He's intentional, he's wise, and he's got the kind of character to make the whiskey taste just a little bit better when he's in the room. Here's to you, Randall. May your dram stay neat. May your shamanic powers remain strong, and your Texas heart keep beating to the rhythm of good whiskey. And we're back. Hey, drink along samples are going out soon, so keep that in mind. And then keep an eye out for the Manly Man Courier. We're drinking today Bardstown Discovery. That's Bardstown Bourbon Company, if you're wondering. Discovery Batch 13. I was actually surprised to see that we've actually already done 3 full episodes on Bardstown Bourbon Company. Our first episode featuring them was Discovery number 4.
Wow.
That was from episode 189 over 3 years ago, February of 2022. Since then, episode 254 was their collab series. And I think that was before you, because you came on at like 280 something or something like that. Or
Sounds right.
70 something.
Yeah.
But that was with Robbie. That was the collab series with the West Virginia Great Barrel Company. Then earlier this year, for episode 346, we featured Discovery number 12, which I forgot we did.
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
thought I'd talk. Yeah, dude, there's so many things now. Like I used to remember everything as I was typing in on the like history of like the search of what episodes we've done. I typed in Bardstown, and apparently we did an episode on Old Bardstown, which is a Willet product. I have no recollection of that. That was like probably first 150 episodes, but I have no recollection.
Yeah,
And,
you're gonna have to give it a listen.
Yeah, seriously, find out what I forgot. Yeah, but anyway, so I thought I'd talk less about Bardstown Bourbon Company general history, but rather something they're doing in Kentucky. The Bardstown Bourbon Company is doing in Kentucky that stands out very much. And we're going to talk about blending versus distilling identity. And there's a big thing here with Bardstown Bourbon Company. So for most of bourbon's history, the story has been tied to a place. You know, you think of a distillery, one site, potentially 1 or 2 mash bills, one way of doing things. That's how like brands like Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill built their identities. Their bourbon comes from their stills, their warehouses, their own hands. But blending, on the other hand, that's a bit of an outsider concept, especially in Kentucky. Unlike Scotch, where blending has been central since like the 19th century, American bourbon has leaned heavily on single distillery identity. And that's kind of always been the thing, especially with bourbon. Even when sourced whiskey was involved, most brands downplayed that fact. And that was very much the case for years. Focusing instead on where they were bottled or on their brand story, as opposed to where it was sourced, not on the blend itself. And then came Bardstown Bourbon Company, not the first, but really one of the more central ones. From the start, they didn't pretend to be a legacy brand. They didn't hide that their Discovery series was built from carefully selected source barrels. In fact, they made the blend the star of the show. Each Discovery release proudly lists the percentages and origins of its components, turning what used to be to the industry a secret into the whole point of it. So in a way, Bardstown has more in common with traditional Scotch blenders than with most of their Kentucky neighbors. Blending for them isn't exactly a shortcut, it's a craft. And it's a big shift in the bourbon world. And for the record, this is off the notes, but for the record, they don't just source Bardstown Bourbon Company. As I was writing this, I was like, I don't want people to come across that they only source. No. They distill quite a bit, and they contract distill quite a bit as well. But one of their bigger products, the Discovery series, is only sourced, for the record. So by the time batch 13 comes around in the history, they're not just curating great whiskey from around the country, they're also starting to fold in their own distillate, giving these blends a growing house character. So while the rest of Kentucky is built on distillery identity, Bardstown built theirs on blending identity. And that's what makes the Discovery series stand out. So that's the history for today. It is special when you get a good blender. I mean, you got a few. Like, you think of like Kentucky Owl before they got bought out. You think of who else? Like I'm blanking now, but it doesn't matter. But there are some other brands that blend and like are big into that. But speaking of blends, what we're drinking today, Bardstown Disco 13. This is a blend of 4 Kentucky bourbons from age 8 to 15. That was actually, they were batched and then finished in either new charred American oak or Hungarian oak barrels. The 45%, the majority of the mash was a 9-year corn 74, rye 18, malted barley 8%.
And the leading theory there is Barton on the 45%.
Okay. I can see that. Let's see. What is 78, 10, 12 then?
78, 10, 12 leading theory is Heaven Hill.
I thought so. But I thought it was for the 22% of the blend there. Yeah, 22% is a 9-year. Corn is 78, rye is 10, malted barley 12. And then we have 20% of the blend is 15-year. Corn 75, rye 13, malted barley 12. Any guesses on that?
Potentially Jim Beam.
Okay, I can see that. And then the last 13% is an 8-year. Corn 70%, rye 21%, malty bees 9%. Any ideas on that?
Potentially Green
BBC?
River.
Oh, what Green River you said?
BBC, they never put their own distillate into the Discovery series.
I gotcha. Does this go? I gotcha. 110.8 proof. Price point at retail, at least on their website, $139.99. So that's the history this week. Let's sip. Okay, so I think I remember this was, almost 35 episodes ago, so almost a year ago, almost 3/4 of a year ago ish. I wasn't blown away by batch 12, although batch 12 got a lot of rave reviews, but I might be wrong. I forget a lot of things these days. Yeah.
I think batch 11 and batch 12, people equally like either, where like the camp of people who prefers 11 and the camp of people who prefer 12 is pretty even, where like no one would consider anyone crazy for liking one over the other. That it seems to just come down to personal preference, and they're both, in my opinion, equally well crafted, though I do prefer 11 because I believe more Jim Beam notes come out from batch 11 that I really, really like. And batch 11 is a little more dry, oaky, and just kind of tastes like an older whiskey in general. 12 is a little more fruity, a little more light bright. And actually, I've been sipping 11 and 12 this whole episode leading up to this. And I thought that I didn't really like 12 very much. But now that I'm just like sitting here experiencing it all at the same time and knowing what I'm drinking, I do agree. I think 12 is good. It is good, but I do still just palate wise prefer 11 to 12.
Because the 12 was the weedy one, right? It had some wheat components in it, or not wheat components, but
Um,
like components with wheat.
Actually, yes. Then
Mm-hmm.
again, so did 11.
Oh, really? Okay.
Um, oh my gosh, I said a completely incorrect statement earlier.
Uh-oh.
I said BBC.
Inaccuracies and meandering over
I
here.
know. Phew,
Watch out, everyone.
good thing we didn't meander too far away from this
Yeah.
one. Earlier, I said Bardstown Bourbon Company does not put their own distillate in Discovery, and that was a
Mm-hmm.
completely incorrect statement.
That's what I was wondering, because I looked that up and I was like, I guess that was wrong.
Yep. Batch 11 had 6% BBC. Batch 12 had 8% BBC. And
Do you
batch
know anything about batch
13
13, though?
that we're drinking today has
Probably
0
not.
BBC.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you one thing. The nose on this is actually a really well-rounded nose. I can't say it's like mind-blowing nose, but it is a very pleasant nose on 13 right here. Ooh, cut crystal. Wait, is that the
I know.
Glencairn one, or is that just the cut Glen? I mean, is that the Waterford one, or is that the cut Glencairn one?
I don't own any Waterford whiskey tasting glasses. Be very
Mm.
strategic there to not call it a Glencairn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
this is
sue
just
you.
the. I think it's about. This is the one from Amazon. It is
Yeah.
Glencairn. It is twice as much as a normal Glen, I think,
Mhm.
but it's freaking like twice as heavy as a normal
I
Glen.
like heavy glasses.
It
Thick
is.
bases, you know what I'm saying?
It does have a
Mhm.
thick base. It has a nice
Yeah.
cut base down there. It's
Hey.
yeah. Anyway, that I kind of cycle through my Glens. Whenever I get a
Mhm.
bunch out for an episode, I reach to the back and I pull them out, and then when I
That's a good
wash them,
idea.
I put them in the front, and then I reach from the
Mhm.
back. So this one is making an appearance today.
Nice. I got my copitas, which
Oh, I
I
love it.
thought today I gotta buy more. They're only like $15, so I gotta buy some
Nice,
more. So
nice. Nose for me is oaky fruity. It
yeah.
does have a sweet sugary oak characteristic that just screams this is a double oaked whiskey to me. um
Ooh, which it
I would
is.
love to think that if we were reentry buzzing this, I'd be guessing double oak just based off the nose alone, because it is a sugary double oak to me.
So it's kind of like a 1.5 oaked, because some of it was re-aged in New American, and then some of it was finished in, I mean, they were both finished, but one was finished in New American, the other was, or a portion was finished in Hungarian. So it's like, yes, it's double oaked, but it's also finished. So it's like 1.5 double oaked and then 0.5 Hungarian finished. I don't know how the
I
ratio.
I get what you're saying, but I disagree on the semantics.
Mm,
I think, like, I technically would have absolutely called it 100% finished whiskey,
yeah.
but I agree with you. What you're saying is, it probably the reuse Hungarian probably imparted less of a flavor on this.
Yeah, I imagine so. Than a new chard. I like this. I like it better than 11. Um, yeah, fruity is the word of the game, or name of the game for the nose. Oaky is definitely there, but it's not a berry fruity. It's an apple fruity. It's just kind of a general fruity sweet. Um, Fruit punch. It's got all the fruits. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't smell like fruit punch, for the record, but it
Yeah,
is a
not
lot
my
of fruit.
my coveted oaky fruit roll up note. Like, it's
Yeah.
close, but I'm not going to give
Mm-hmm.
it the oaky fruit roll up badge on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I It's very finished. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but maybe more for a novelty standpoint than for like a legitimately good whiskey standpoint. Like, it is tasty. I will say that it is
Yeah.
tasty. It is delicious. But it's almost like it's like fake sweet. It's a little
Yeah.
over the top for me on the
Huh.
double oakiness.
Not me. If you told me this was not double oaked, I'd be like, this is good. This is good whiskey. And I don't think double oaked always makes things better, for the record. I like this one. Um, I definitely like it more than 11. Couldn't tell you 12. I forget what that tastes like. But that says something about 12, is that to me it was not mind blowing, and not mind blowing usually means forgettable these days when I've drank it well over 1,000 whiskeys. That's something to be said. Let's talk about that for a second.
Unpack
We're
that.
at a point. What's that?
Unpack that. Let's do it.
Unpack that. We are about meandering here. And do we ever? No, I'll get to that another time.
Yeah, we'll unpack that another time.
Yeah, we'll unpack that another time. Yeah. I'm at a point where I buy whiskey if it blows my mind, and not much else. If I'm very curious, I will buy it. Like if I haven't tried it,
the
I will buy
Penelope.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Like you would have bought that, even not knowing what it tastes like.
You'd have bought the Penelope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard great things about the Omega, stuff like that, where it's like I will buy it if I'm hearing like mind-blowing things from other people, but I'm not gonna like buy things that make me curious otherwise these days. I like what I like, and I like the styles that I like. And heck, I just bought 3 basically single oak projects in the past 2 weeks. But that's because usually they blow my mind. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And for me, that's like worth buying. And even at secondary. But like if I saw a Bardstown Discovery 13 on the shelf, and like it would really take someone being like, dude, it is the greatest thing they've ever put out for me to buy it. I mean, like, it's like I only have so much money, and I don't need to buy everything at secondary. That's for sure. And I usually don't buy things at secondary, for the record. But it's really it's got to be like the price point. Like if it's a $350 Wild Turkey, Master's Keep Beacon or something like that, like that's like $350 or something like that. I think it was great, but I don't think it was worth that much. Do I believe that the 15-year was worth $250? Heck yeah, at retail. But like stuff like that, where it's like, it's really hard for me to spend a lot of money on. I mean, like I spend a buttload of money on whiskey, but I got to be selective these days.
No, I'm totally with you, because best example for me is how I passed on the Ferrand. Like, dude, like 2 years ago, I would have scooped that up in a heartbeat, because 2 years ago, I wasn't nearly as selective as I am today.
Yeah.
Now, like, am I spending any less nowadays than I was 2 years ago? Probably not. Yeah. But it's because I am choosing to strategically spend money, to spend probably more money on less bottles lately. Because like I did buy a backup Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon, because I think that is it. I'm sure we'll do whiskey of the year list or whatever. We'll talk about our favorite whiskeys of 2025 at some point on the Chili's episode or something. And I will Beacon is like, I can tell you right now, Beacon's going to be number 1. I think that is just a masterfully
wait, I forget whiskey. What was your, sorry to cut you off, what was your favorite, 15 or Beacon? Russell's 15. Yeah, okay, cool.
15. Yeah. If we're talking favorite whiskey of the last 2 years, I will tell you 15.
Yeah.
But if we're talking favorite whiskey of 2025, I will tell you Beacon. I think that is just fantastic. So anyway, I'm right there with you though. There was a time when I was buying this and that just because I was curious, and then suddenly I caught a view of how many bottles I owned that was missing an inch and has been sitting there unopened for like a year, and it's like, this can't go on forever. So then they end up in the Erkingsneck barrel.
Even these days, like if I see a Colonel Taylor single barrel or something like that, it's like, do I really need that? I already have 3 at home, and I'm drink slowly.
Single barrel?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I think if I hadn't recently got one, I might be asking you for one, because
hey, let me know. I got
a single barrel.
That's basically why I buy them, is like for people that need them or gifts.
For sure. Yeah. Single barrel's my dad whiskey. So
that's right.
Always got to have one.
Yeah. And then these days too, like we got the Christmas episode every year, and I buy certain ones that are just good for gifts, for the people that give us gifts.
Yep. I've been thinking about that already, actually, of like,
Yeah.
what am I going to give away for the Christmas episode this year?
I already
Yeah.
know one of them.
I already know
One's
at
gonna
least two.
be yeah, no, for sure. I have an extra bottle of the Found North pick that we did. So I got
Heck
like 5 bottles of
yeah.
that. So I'm happy to give away one this year. So that'll be a cool one.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, but I
All
got
right.
other things as well. So
Were we
yeah.
like drinking
Anyways,
whiskey or something? What was going on here?
I like the nose with water. I'll tell you that.
Oh, dang, I need to do that. I was petting my cat. She was meowing. I heard her. I was doing my QA listen through of the previous episode, and she was meowing last episode.
What cat is that?
Tonks. Oh,
Tonks,
you'll
chunky Tonks.
We've got Tonks and we've got Milani now. Let me be clear, not Melania, Milani, which is a Hawaiian term of endearment, like my little precious or something. Anyway,
which fits perfectly into your love for Tolkien.
Tolkien. Wait, what about Tolkien?
You said my little precious.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, Milani and Tonks don't get along. So Milani lives in the master bedroom permanently. So the only cat you'll ever hear
bring that cat out.
She lives in the master bedroom permanently.
Wow. Stinks. Is she long haired? I forget.
No. No, we've only ever had shorter hair cats. Yeah.
I got you.
I
like the palette too, with a few drops of water. Not bad.
You're quite a bit ahead of me here. I did just drop maybe like 3 drops and a half ounce. I think that's where I'm at here. Ooh,
it's not bad.
The nose, it's not as overly oaky on the nose anymore, and actually the fruit comes out on the nose. Is that what you said? What'd you say?
I just said it was good. I think it was comparable, if not a little better than the neat pour.
Yeah, it's almost like even a little sugary bubblegummy on the nose for me.
Yeah, I can get that, but not like overly bubblegummy, like Traveler or something like that. It's good. I don't know. I think they're pretty equal to me so far on the palate and the nose. I think neat and water pour are pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Actually, water. I'm about to sip neat again, but water really impressed me. It took away the artificialness. My number one complaint about double oak stuff. It brought it much more back into the realm for me of this is a good whiskey rather than being in like gimmick territory.
Yeah. Ice made it a little more muted, but not bad on the nose. It's definitely like you can really snort this stuff and not hurt yourself.
Do it.
I saw this video yesterday, I think, of this guy that was like drinking beer through his nose on like a big mug, and he was just I got
that TikTok like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, we've seen the same thing. Hey, chug the whole thing.
Yeah,
he was Asian.
He was like, all right, ready, here we go. And he just like put it up to his nose and was just like
chugged it. Very small amount of drippage as he chugged it through his nose. Yeah.
And like the way that he did that, it's like this dude does this every day.
Oh yeah. Basically people buy him beers and he says, I bet you buy this beer if I can chug it through my nose. And then I wonder if he tastes it though, you know?
That's a great question, which you'll never know until you drink your whiskey through your nose.
Yeah. I have once.
What could be the you've also had Dickel in your eye, by the way.
Well, one of these days, Patreon friends, one day I will drink Macallan 18 through my butt. So once we reach $1,000 a month on patreon.com/chillfilter. Yeah.
Thanks for that little ad there. That was perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's like, I bet I could. He's like, if you buy me a beer, I guarantee I can drink it without ever opening my mouth. And then your brain just like wanders. You're like, which hole is it going in?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Ice is all dry oak for me. It's super huffable, like you said, but I don't think there's like anything like nice about it.
Yeah, it's just not. It's very different with ice. Like ice really changes the whiskey a lot. Oak, it's still sweet, but it's not like fruity sweet. It's just kind of a generic white sugar, but not in a fruity way at all. It's not bad. Like it's not that I can't drink it. It's just not the better of the pours. It's the worst of the pours. So.
It's kind of stale. Just like the flavors in general. Like it feels like if you just this isn't literal, but if you formulate an idea about what a whiskey might taste like if you left it out on the counter all night and then took a sip in the morning, it's just kind of like flat.
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, it's kind of stale. Stale is a very good word. Note. Yeah. I'm gonna give this a rating. And it, like I said, it's not mind blowing. I don't know if I said that, but I do say that now. It is not mind blowing. It is not, crazy good, but it is good. And I'm actually very impressed by it for my experiences with Bardstown Bourbon Company Disco blends. I'm going to give this an 8.75 on the numerical score. Definitely not a 9. But not any less than that. Like I think it's between an 8.75 and an 8.8. It's a good whiskey. It's good bourbon. Good Kentucky straight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wouldn't buy one. I'll tell you that. For 140, would not.
Right. 140 is a little pricey. And that's just like, well, that's just how much Bardstown stuff costs. But still, it's like, I don't know. I am glad that I didn't buy another when I saw it at Total Wine for less than MSRP. Like I do like it, and I'm very happy to be able to get to share it with people and everything. But this isn't going to be one that I'm going to like want to dig for. But I'll tell you what, actually, I literally just had this thought just now. I bet this makes a killer old fashioned. Killer.
Yeah,
like double oaked and actually pretty good. Like I'm gonna like get the smoker gun out and go all out and make a serious old fashioned with this. I bet that's real good. Rating wise though, I'm like B minus to B. And I have those separated between two categories actually. B minus is just good, but like B is well above average. I think the water pour impressed me enough to bring it up to a B. But to bring it to reference it to Discovery 11, I think I'd give Discovery 11 a B plus, because I did take a sip of 11 while we were through all this, and I was just like, this just feels like a good Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, well crafted, Jim Beam peanut notes that I really love. And then when I go back to 13, it feels a little on the gimmick side. And the water helps. The water helps with the overly sugary oaky gimmick of the double oakiness. But it doesn't bring it quite all the way up to Discovery 11 level for me. I do think I like it more than 12 though. So I think my order is 11, 13, 12 for favorite to least, and 13 is going to land at a B for me thanks to the water pour.
Nice. Love it. All right. Now that we've given our ratings, I think it's time for our next segment of the show called Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and today is the highly anticipated, once a year, you knew it was coming. It's the SAS PR email from Christy Cahill, great friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
She announces the Buffalo Trace antique collection. Whew, yeah, that's what it's called.
BTAC.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard of this before. BTAC announcement email just went out, and here's what it says. This fall, Buffalo Trace Distillery proudly celebrates the 25th release of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, BTAC, with its first new edition in nearly 2 decades, Colonel E.H. Taylor Bottled in Bond Bourbon. It's the first new addition to the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection since Thomas H. Handy joined the portfolio in 2006.
That's a
So,
long
wow,
time.
19 years with no changes. And here we are. The thing we're talking about, Colonel H. Taylor Bottle and Bond.
We're
That's
talking.
it. Yeah, whiskey. Aged 15 years, 14 months. Nope, 15 years, 4 months in the distillery's warehouses and hand bottled at 100 proof to meet bottled and bond standards. This whiskey is crafted from Buffalo Trace's sour mash recipe. So,
What does that mean?
15 yeah, I guess
it's
could
probably
be
mash bill number 1. It can't be mash bill number 2.
Probably tinfoil hat. They didn't actually say though. I don't know.
Yeah,
they bottle Eagle Rare sometimes with either mash bill. So
that's true, but only in the picks apparently. But I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Let me give you a rundown on all the BTAC bottles here this year. So Eagle Rare 17, start with Cole's favorite here, is actually 18 years, 4 months this year. So the Eagle Rare 17 is an 18-year whiskey this year. Saz 18 is an 18-year whiskey this year. It is 18 years, 5 months. Handy is, quote, over 6 years and is bottled at 129.8 proof. William Rue Weller is 14 years.
Ooh, that's a little higher than average.
129 proof. Is it? I can't. Yeah, I feel like
usually
12-ish.
they're 12. Yeah.
Okay, cool. GTS, I swear it's this every single year. I don't actually know, but 15 years, 4 months. Exactly. I feel like that's GTS every year. But
that, baby.
This isn't every year. It's 142.8 proof. So like I looked into it, I was like, what are some of the other high proof ones there? And there's a couple other around this range. This is kind of like the third or fourth highest proof GTS ever. The highest ever was 2007, weighed in at 144.8 proof.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year's GTS
2016 was 144.1.
Exactly. That was number 2, if I remember correctly.
Great one,
the second highest proof. But Hazmat GTS this year, 142.8. So cross your fingers for that one. Fun point out, though. Good point out. The MSRP holds steady at 150 this year. I mean, stores will charge whatever they want. But Buffalo Trace at least is saying their MSRP is 150, which is the same as last year.
Nice.
Yeah, what do you think, Cole?
I'm stoked. I hope I get to try at least one. That's my thoughts. Hey, I mean, if Christy gets back to us and she asks, that leads us to our next segment of the show. We like to call, what whiskey would you choose? I don't know, unless you want to talk about it more. But I have an answer to our next segment of the show.
Yeah, let's hear it. I would
totally want to try the new one. You got it. It's a 15-year hundo proof. But here's the thing. Here's my problem with the new release is they just call it Colonel H. Taylor Bottled and Bond Bourbon. And it's like, I got like 4 of them right here, or 5 of them right here. They're all bottled and bond. They're all special, but I guess one's a small batch, one's a rye, one's a single barrel, and one's a seasoned wood. You know what I'm saying? But I have a feeling it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what people are saying yet, but I got it.
How could it not be? D.H. Taylor 18-year marriage goes for like 1,800, 1,500. No, more than 1,500. I think it's close to 2,000 on secondary. So, and of course, this is the brand new one too. Man, I think secondary wise,
edition,
it's got to be close to 2K on secondary. Like that's where it would stabilize. At least. That's where my head's at. But that's not what the. Go ahead.
No, what the bottle outrun is on that one, but they don't share that anymore. They stopped doing that a few years ago.
I know. But anyway, secondary value aside and everything is not what the question is this week. To be very clear, the question is, which BTAC would you choose? In that, if you were at a store and all 6 BTACs were on a table in front of you, all for $150 each, but you could only pick one. Which one are you plucking off that table? So Cole, is it the new one for you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be that. Although I would love to try, like, second place, very close, would be Eagle Rare 17.
Yeah.
Um,
I love that you picked the new one. I just I mean, I might have misguided faith here or something. I just like I don't have faith that the new one is going to be truly
the
exceptional,
best, the banger of
because
the
like
year.
I've been so let down by like
New
the
releases.
first time I ever had E.H. Taylor single barrel. I was like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. Like, so I'm so afraid that
But it wasn't like 15 years, man.
I know, not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the original lineup, and like this was an easy decision for me because I've thought about this already, because I have feelers out, like I said earlier. And this year, Eagle Rare 17 is my bottle this year. So if there were all 6 on the bottle, despite how beautiful the E.H. Taylor BTAC bottle is with the yellow top and the super scribbly artistic signature on the label and everything, it's gorgeous. But I'm gonna grab the Eagle Rare 17 this year because it's just it's my year for that.
So I mean, yeah, what was it last year? You didn't get one, and you got like
last year,
3 out of the 5.
Last year, I got a GTS and a Handy, which are like the two like easiest ones to get. But I did also get a SAS 18, but it was with, trading equal value of other bottles for it. So like I put in work for a SAS 18, but I lucked out and fortunately got a GTS and Handy last year too.
Nice. I love Eagle Rare 17. It took a while.
It's got to be so like I'm imagining you at a Virginia ABC. This doesn't happen because it's a lottery yet, but I'm imagining
like they did a BTAC drop last, like a random beat, like it was just one bottle of George T. Stagg, but like, dude, it happens. Yeah.
I'm imagining you at a table and you're like dancing, you're like feet up and down. Like it hurts me so bad to not grab the Eagle Rare 17, but you're grabbing the E.H. Taylor instead because it's new. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But it's close. Don't get me wrong. It's close. And the other ones fade behind it. And you know how it goes. Like sometimes, like, what was it? I can't remember. Was it 2021 or 2022 that Brian Duncan shared the William Lou Weller? 2022.
Oh, 21 William Lou Weller.
21. That's what I
Brian
thought.
Duncan special.
And that was heavenly. Like absolutely heavenly. But last year's Eagle Rare 17 was heavenly. Like absolutely. To be honest, the 2021 Weller beat last year's, but they were close. Yeah. And I love, like, it's part of my whiskey like history is Eagle Rare 17. It's just who I am. But I just gotta know. So like if it came down to a thing, it's like one you get to try at a bar, one you get to buy. It would probably be try the Colonel E.H. Taylor at the bar and get a Eagle Rare 17. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. But side question, you and me only question. Christy Cahill or whoever comes back and says, cool, let us know which one do you want. What are we going to ask for?
Oh, that's a hard one. I got to try the new one.
Yeah, it's got to be the new one. But then she says, sorry, too many people have asked for the new one. What other one do you want? Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, that sounds good to me too.
Although it's a little tight with GTS being hazmat this year.
I know.
But I still would go Eagle Rare because last year's Eagle Rare was amazing. Yeah.
And also the production numbers of GTS are typically so high that it's probably very likely that either Brian Duncan or I get a GTS. So we'll probably be covered on that one this year.
That's a great point. It's a great way to think about it. Do we have any results from prior weeks of
Oh yeah. No. Wow.
Okay.
How dare you embarrass me that way, Cole? So it turns out I completely forgot. I like
Oh, nice.
super spaced.
Been there.
Maybe it was 2 episodes ago by now. I had asked like 4-grain. Does 4-grain excite you? Convince Bryan that a good 4-grain exists, and I just did not even post
No, that's
that at
funny.
all.
We'll do it this
So
week if we can.
I'm gonna post that this week. But last week, what got posted was, uh, bourbon or sherry cask on Scotch. And so anyway, but we're recording too early in the week. We don't have results on that yet either. So we'll do those later too. Sorry, no results all around. But yeah, which BTAC would you choose is the question this week. And next week,
Love it.
Cole, you know what we're drinking?
Is it Found North Goldfinch?
That's right. Fill me in is providing his package to Cole here.
He's filling us in, all right.
Cole's getting a whole filled me in package
tomorrow
delivered to his door by a mailing man courier. And so we're going to do Found North Goldfinch next week. Hopefully give you a take on that. That is going to be hitting local stores. If Found North distributes to your state, you should be seeing that in local stores soon, in a week or so. So hopefully we'll get that review out so you'll know whether you want to pick that up or not.
I love that. You ever heard the phrase "love that for you"?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I think that is one of the most condescending phrases that anyone can say. It's just like,
yeah.
It's just like, yeah, for you, that's great.
I know. And like in the same vein, just when my brain searches for something like that, the first thing I come to is Christian Bale going, "Oh, good for you." So like Sam and I do that one all the time.
Oh, that's great.
Good for you.
You gotta love it. My sister for Christmas a few years ago got me a shirt that had on the back it had that like scary face from American Psycho. And it like kind of a black and white high contrast photo. But on the front, it said, "I'm a hardcore Christian." And on the back, it says, "Bale fan." Yeah.
Nice. That's a good shirt.
Yeah. All right. We got anything else? We already know what we're drinking. Man. That's great. Yeah. We're like under normal time this week.
Hey, which is good. Extra time for a sweet reentry buzz after this.
For a sweet spanking.
Yeah, there's always time for a sweet spanking.
Yeah, exactly. Hope you guys join us for that. Hey, if you don't know what the reentry buzz is, listeners, viewers, it is very fun for me and Bryan. It is our blind tasting competition. We're in season 10 right now, and I believe that Bryan is up 3-2 this season.
I think so too.
And I'm hoping to tame that excitement on Bryan's behalf and bring it back to a tie score for the season.
Well, I'm hoping that any of y'all out there listening has an interesting pour for us to drink blind, give a hot take, let you know how we feel about it and how much we'd pay for it without even knowing what it is, and then reveal it live on a YouTube video. You can courier those samples to us individually, and we will dedicate an episode to you. And I also double hope that Cole knows that I told you there were like several sponsor episodes on the way. There's even another one now too, man. I'm just like drumming up business. I don't know. It's just like when it rains, it pours. We're going to have like at least 4 sponsored episodes here coming up soon where people are like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to send you, blah, blah, blah." So we got some Mayor McCheese on the way. We got some good stuff.
I got the Mayor's is coming today for me. Yeah.
Nice.
So no, and I hope people know how much that means to us, that we love it and we love that surprise. I feel like the Mayor McCheese, I feel like he wouldn't do another Elmer T. Lee, but we'll find out. I have a feeling
you never know, man.
But either way, we're down to find out. And that's
hilarious.
The beauty of sending us a reentry buzz. Hey, and one more thing, if you're gonna do that, just cover it up. Make sure you give us a key, or we can tear tape off of the label to find out what it is. Just make sure it's hidden. But I hope you, random listener, know that we will feature you on a reentry buzz if you send us something hidden like that. So yeah. Any other hopes, Brian, before we close it out?
No, I hope Emma continues to be as cute and adorable as ever. We've had like a week of angel status with Emma.
Love
so
angel status.
I know.
My daughter Beck is in that mode right now, and I hope that my daughter Gray will join her soon. But I love both of them a lot. But you know what else I love? I love that I hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. This week's Patreon Spotlight shines on none